friends of Georgia!
Long live friends of Georgia!
Long live freedom!
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 Down with Russian imperialism! Down with Russian imperialism!
Down with Russian imperialism!
Down with Russian imperialism!
Down with Russian imperialism!
Down with Russian imperialism!
Down with Russian imperialism!
Down with Russian imperialism!
Down with Russian imperialism!
Russian killers!
Out of Georgia!
Russian killers!
Out of Georgia!
Russian killers!
Out of Georgia!
We have few news from Georgia just to share. Situation is very tense. Russian troops blown up very important bridge connecting western part of the country with the eastern part of the country. This is the bridge, railroad bridge, which is supposed to bring humanitarian assistance to Georgia, to the center of town, to the center of country. So situation is, as I said, continuing to be very tense. Russian army seeks confrontation with Georgian population and the Georgian troops. Fortunately, Georgian troops avoiding this confrontation at this point, but as I said, situation is continuing to be very tense. Russian helicopters bombed absolutely unrelated area to the conflict. Borjomi area, forests in Borjomi area with the fire bombs and the initiated fires, forest fires there. Military forces of Russia continue to occupy towns and cities, Zuglidi, Senaki, Poti, Khashuri, Gori, and many others. We need to be consolidated, we need to stay together and try to attract attention of public in the United States. There are only a few hundred of people here today, but we know that support to Georgia is much larger than that. I would like to ask our friend Andy Anuzis to join us for a second and say a few words. He represents the Lithuanian American community. At the same time, he works for United States Congress.
That's Lithuania here, brother. My name is Andy Anuzis. I work for Congressman Thaddeus McCotter, chairman of the House Policy Committee. He's a Republican from the Detroit, Michigan area. I just wanted to tell you one thing today, and that's that every day in Congress, support for Georgia is growing. Just this week, Congressman McCotter signed up for the Georgia caucus. We will encourage others to sign up for the Georgia caucus. And we understand what's going on in Georgia, and we feel deeply that the Russians have engaged in aggression that violates international law, and it must be stopped. They must withdraw immediately.
Yes!
Now, here's the other thing I'd like to share with you. Yesterday, Congressman McCotter came to a rally outside of the Russian embassy, and he indicated that on Monday we will be circulating a letter among all members of Congress asking them to sign up so that the joint session of Congress would be convened and that President Saakashvili would be invited to address the United States Congress as a sign of support. So